What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I'm going to be going to a theme park alone. I guess this could count as another Caroline Tries Things video, but I kind of want to incorporate this into a new series I'm trying to build on this channel about doing things alone. So I do live alone, and naturally, it comes with learning to do things alone. I have friends and I have family, but I can't spend time with them 24/7. So naturally, I just have to do things alone. In this video, I'm going to be going over going to a theme park alone, but I have some other video ideas in store later on. By doing this series, I want to show people that it is okay to do some things alone. But I don't want people to feel unsafe in any way. I'm not advocating for putting yourself in an uncomfortable and unsafe situation, especially as a young female. Unfortunately, we have to take these things into consideration when going out in public alone. So if you feel unsafe in any way, for example, going to a theme park alone, I'm not saying you should do that. However, I do want to say that if you are afraid to go in public alone because you are uncomfortable or insecure, then I hopefully can show you that it's not so scary. But if you go into it with the right mindset, you could really have some awesome experiences. It is okay to do some things alone, and hopefully that's the message I can communicate to you in this video series. So let's get into my history of going to theme parks alone. I live somewhat close to, and I have a season pass to Carowinds, and I've been there alone a few times. I've also been many times with guests, but because of my season pass, I have ended up there a few times alone. I've also been to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg alone for a day one time. But mostly I'm going to be talking about Carowinds because that's the amusement park I'm going to be going to in this video. A day alone at an amusement park does look different than a day with a guest at an amusement park. When I'm going alone, I go there with the intention of riding my favorite rides, and I normally won't eat food at the park, and I also won't do like the kiddie rides or the not my favorite rides just to pass the time. I'll only ride the rides that I really enjoy. I do want to share some of my top tips for going to a theme park alone. First would be to go at off-peak times. Because you can go whenever your personal schedule allows, you don't have to rely on coordinating other people's schedules. I'd say to typically avoid weekends unless you go late on Sunday or right when the park opens on Sunday, but try to avoid Saturdays. You can also go on a weekday after work or school if your schedule allows. My other tip is that if you know there's going to be long wait times, then you can bring some earbuds or AirPods to listen to music or some podcasts during your wait. My other tip has to do with packing your belongings. The luxury of having a guest or a couple of people that you go with is that one person can be the designated bag holder while you ride the rides. But when you're going alone, you don't have that. So you kind of have to be strategic with the things that you bring into the park. Because some parks, for Carowinds, for example, there are rides where you can put your belongings like a book bag in the cubby while you ride the ride and pick it up when you get off. Or they have lockers, and unfortunately they have the paid lockers. I can't stand the paid lockers where you have to pay like $3 for a half hour while you ride the ride. So because I am just very annoyed by the paid lockers, I try to avoid the paid lockers. So going into the park, I will bring my phone, obviously, and then I'll bring my wallet with my credit card, my season pass card, some cash, and my ID, and my car key. And I'll put that in, if it's hot, some shorts with a zipper pocket. Now here's the fun part where I'm going to try to vlog some of my day at Carowinds alone. So hopefully this footage turns out okay. I'm recording this beforehand, so you're in for a treat or not a treat. Stay tuned from vlog from the amusement park alone. Roll the clip. Good morning from Carowinds. It's 11:45 a.m. Park opened at 10, so I'm here a little later, but there's barely anyone here, so it's gonna be a good day. A few rides are closed. I know that because of the low crowd levels, so let's just go explore and ride some rides. Again, it's 1:45, so I stayed in the park for 2 hours. The wait times were getting a little high, plus one of my favorite rides is closed today, so that's kind of why I decided to leave, but I got a few rides in, so it was a good day. When I get home, I'm going to be doing a full recap with my overview and key takeaways from going to Carowinds alone today, so that's up next. Hey friends, I'm back from Carowinds and I'm ready to break down my adventure from today. The first question is, did I feel comfortable? And the answer to that is yes, I definitely did feel comfortable. The only times I didn't feel so comfortable is when I was trying to get things for this video, like taking video when there were kids in the background or getting the thumbnail, but overall, yes, I totally felt comfortable. The second question is, did I have any interesting encounters? And I actually have two stories. The first is when I was riding Copperhead Strike. It was rows of 2 and there was another guy riding by himself, so I got into his row so I could get on an earlier train. And we started chatting because this was his first time on that roller coaster. He was probably early 30s, I would say. And he talked about his experience at Carowinds, what his favorite rides were. He was kind of a chatty guy, but it was fine because we were chatting about roller coasters. And then the second story was that I was riding, I think Do-Si-Do is the name of the ride. And there were 2 brothers in front of me, a younger brother and his older brother, and the guy operating the ride wouldn't let them ride together because the younger brother needed to be with an adult because of his height. So instead of them leaving the ride after waiting all this time in line, I decided to volunteer. I was like, I could ride with a younger brother if that was okay with both of them. And they both said, sure. So I was in the train with the younger brother while the older brother was right in front of us in another car. And I think it worked out okay. I felt a little weird about it because I didn't want to be seen as that weird older stranger talking to kids, but I just played it very neutral and the elder brother was there the whole time. I just didn't want them to not be able to ride the ride. The next question is, did I have a good time? And the answer is yes, I definitely did have a good time. I didn't stay a long time, but I did have a good time riding the rides that I wanted to ride. And the final question is, would I recommend this? Would I recommend you to go to an amusement park alone? And definitely, if you have a season pass like I do to Carowinds and you live close by, then absolutely, I would recommend this. If you don't have a guest or someone to go with you on a particular day and you really want to go, then I don't think that should be stopping you from going. Absolutely, yes, I would recommend it. But if you maybe have to travel a little further, or you're gonna stay a whole day, maybe you might not want to, but I would say go for it still. If you really wanna go to a theme park and the only way you can go is alone, then definitely go for it. Although it is more fun to go to a theme park with someone else, with a guest, with a group of people, it's totally okay and totally cool to go alone. So I think that wraps up this video about going to a theme park alone. I'd love to hear your thoughts if you've ever been to a theme park alone, or maybe you're considering it after watching this video. I'd love to hear your stories down below, and I'll see you on another Caroline Tries Things video or another video in this series of doing things alone. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you later.